From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Baltimore.
Let's go. Get the flag. Come on, D. Watch the safety.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts 47-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Desmond King making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 3, check go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
On the ground, this is Hill. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Huber, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Check 26, check 26. Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 1st down, Huber. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Hill. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air,
And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They begin the drive with Hill. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Hill. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeForest Buckner drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22. First down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Throwing, Brissett, and he's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun, it's Brissett, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Brissett sets to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Trump. Here, man. Yeah. 58, the money. Man, I got you. Go.
Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
All day, baby, all day. Watch,
They run with Hill. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back in.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Again, it's Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
Wow. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Take it at the 37. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Brissett. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Brissett, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They go play action with Brissett. Now he'll escape to his right. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Brissett again. And that is caught. It's Dorsett for the Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Dancing to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run on first down. Hill. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and that.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. To throw is Jackson, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Slam, slam, slam. 66, run it, pow.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson was the intended receiver. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game?
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage and give the tackle to Anthony Walker. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 9. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The last 2 runs have gone nowhere, and now another showdown looming on 3rd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Brissett on 4th down. Flush to his right. And that is caught. It's Dorsett for the Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they were Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. There he goes left side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
On first down, Huber. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On second down now. It's Mack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Johnson, the intended target. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Hill breaks the tackle, now an alley. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 51 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Safety's creeping. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Back.
They'll try and run it here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Brissett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
check. 59. Hey, what? Go.
A first down throw for Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Brissett looks to throw. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
58, boys, 58 is Mike. They can't hang with us. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Now Jackson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
4th down, Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Switch gears. Wide, get wide.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.